and all of that. Where yeah,
You said you
I was
traveled playing basketball. Like,
yeah
how
yeah.
did you do that? Like, how did you get to a point where you're traveling to cool places around the world playing basketball?
Well, I played college ball through CJEP through university, um, and so like in the university level, you travel to the states. Uh, yeah, you, we there's lots of funding in the university towards like their varsity team, and then also uh, yeah. Anyway, it was that was definitely like it took up a lot of my mind and a lot of my passion. I love basketball also for the creativity in it. Just when I would watch Dwayne Wade, the way he moved, Allen Iverson was a ballerina on the court. I'd go back and I'd invent a move, and then I'd be like, oh wait, oh, Chris Paul just stole my dribble fake, and constantly like that creative process. I funneled that energy a lot in basketball too. Um, and yeah, to kind of like continue to the music aspect, um, with the rap battle return, um, it was really exciting because that was also towards the end of my basketball career. Um, yeah, I like that the summer before I went to the I don't know if you've heard of the Maccabi Games.
Yeah.
It's the third biggest sporting event in the world. Like there's the Olympics, then
Right.
there's the college games, international sporting event, then there's the Maccabi Games. So that was like always one of my dreams uh, from a young age of being able to represent my country at the Maccabi Games. I got to live that experience, and I was a bit of a crossroads between should I take basketball professionally or should I move towards a different path in life, towards becoming a rabbi, towards utilizing music. And it was like I could play professionally, but that would just be it wouldn't be a smart financial decision. It would have been just purely for the love of the game, and like I at that point I developed a deep love of basketball, but I started saying like, okay, but also how what are other career paths if, like that will only last me till I'm 40 or something. I need to start developing myself professionally and being able to incorporate other elements to my life like music that I feel so passionate about, and how do I meld those other worlds. And yeah, I mean, kind of another theme in all of this is there's that feeling of dissonance between not having these worlds connect and me not being able to allow for that, me trying to bridge those gaps together, and use like oftentimes use music as that glue that bridges those gaps together. Bridge the
Right.
gap.
Yeah.
Bridge the gap.
I
Shout
love
out.
it. No, every time people say it, I get like this. Yeah, it's such a good feeling. But that's what it
Yeah.
is. That's why we're doing this. Is to talk to. Hey, you're in Montreal, so that's amazing. But you're also in like Harlem, whenever you're in either place, whatever. But it's also like, first of all, like a big thing we're trying to accomplish is to add perspective. Like, there's a lot of people who want to claim being the best about a thing or two. But like when we talk to the level of effort put in, and we look at the different journeys, and we try to kind of explore, I guess, how hard people try. Like I had this fascinating conversation with Olivier Barreau where he was saying, in his perception, these are not my words, that like people don't really give it their all and throw themselves into it like it's their entire lifeblood, like
Right.
the raison d'être. And I mean, after 5 hours, I feel like he won the debate. And I felt very sad that I did not win that because it's like being wrong about that subject isn't great. But when I talk to
Right.
you, it's like, nah, Rivir's here. Rivir's a passionate fellow who has definitely decided this is going to be what it is. But it took time to like get to a point where you're going to be able to meld all these universes together and pursue it. And even then, like, I'm not trying to like generalize for the scene. There's a lot of different people doing a lot of amazing things. That's my general stance on it. But it got me thinking about you managed to clock so many hours performing and practicing
Yeah.
your craft and your skill set before
Yeah.
you even get to a point of rabbinical school, that like, how can somebody just come in at 28, as an example, just start rapping, and actually think that they're gonna come through and be the best guy in the city? Or
Right.
even when I was 25, I was a little arrogant when I came into the game, and I thought I was the
Right.
best. But you were like technically already battle rapped by the time I come into the game.
Right. Right.
You know,
Yeah.
like, so it's important just to hear how much has been done here, but also just to see the different things people do to better themselves. And then hopefully
Right.
other people end up watching this and they can like internalize and be like, yo, if Rivir's doing all of that, what am I doing on my game? What am I doing
Right.
on my craft? And I'm
Right.
cool.
Yeah.
And I love that passion. And I love, it's inspiring to me to see how hard you work, but also because you put in so much foundational effort when you were young, you don't have to learn as much now. You know, it's more like how can you challenge and evolve shit into this crazy, nifty, weird ideas that take what you've seen and go in the Revere direction with it. And
Right.
that's the
Yeah.
part where it's like truly like, damn, Revere's on some real artist shit. Like next level artist shit. So, okay, so you come back to battle rap. And what was where was the first battle when you come back to battle rap?
So it was at the Belmont, um, and Fizi, this guy kind of was the middleman between him and Fizi. They were doing this university rap battle event, and what was really cool for me was it was scheduled on the day of my last practice. So it was really at the end of my basketball career, where I was like, okay, I'm transitioning away from the basketball lifestyle, and now let me really go all in with music. And at the same time, like I just recorded um, my the 20-minute song about my relationship to basketball, that like the Tomastic disputation. Uh, so it was kind of like, even in my creative process, I was transitioning in myself, feeling like, okay, I've made, I've, I've turned the corner in basketball. I've resolved it. I've created some resolution in my life about it, and it has its termination. Let me transition into the rap battle world, and it was tough. It was tough. Um, uh, I, I felt very uh, kind of I put a lot of energy into the conceptual aspect of it, but I didn't have enough time to memorize it. And other people kind of at that event, it was, it wasn't professional rap battles, it was like university. They're kind of like reading from their phones. And I mean, that's like a huge no-no. I know, be like, knowing about the battle rap world, you can't read from your phone. But from my own perspective, there wasn't enough time for me to have gotten my bars out without that. So I figured, at the very least, they're gonna relish in like the complexity of my lines. um, and it didn't go so well. Basics was at that battle, and like the whole time, I was battling Bea Da Vinci, a female Filipina artist rapper. And the whole time, like, Basics was like, oh, and like, get served, Revere. um, and yeah, it was very hard, because like I really put a lot into the lyrics of it, and really was like proud of kind of the intricacy of the lyrics. But it was a great moment in a learning moment in, even if I would have gotten the lyrics off cleanly, there's a difference between the amount of layeredness that is acceptable in rap battle, in the rap battle culture, versus esoterica that becomes alienating. And so that was something that I still kind of struggle with a little bit, because I'm very internally referential. Um, in my writing, in my lyrics, and so for me, the more layers that I can pack into a sentence, um, I can't think offhand, but there was one line that I had about like an alien what's it called uh, with an A. Anyway, uh,
An alien with an A.
the alien when they take someone
Oh.
abduction, alien
Okay.
abduction.
Okay. Okay. Abduction. Yeah.
Yeah.